2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Check, 59. We don't want this. Check.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and his guys... take over at the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Go. Waiting. What's the run? They're running it.
They'll run for the first time with Philip Lindsay. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. It's first and 10 at the 14. Wentz to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Check pass. Score, Tokyo. Hey, exit.
Now a play fake. Wentz. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. And I think the ball's out. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down.
Here we go. Waiting. 54. Hey, watch the slant. Switch.
Now Wentz will keep it. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. They'll try to run with Lindsay. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. This Jet defense so far standing tall. They need another stop now, 3rd and he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Philip Lindsay, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound? Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Hey, watch 28. Here I come. Hey, high 7.
Darnold. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Alrighty. Hey, orbit. Mike 7. Come off the ball. 7's a Mike. Hey, defense.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Open here, Adam Thielen. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
37 yards on the punt with no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
They go play action here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
No. Check 26, check 26. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Man 5-7. Hey, Zoo. Watch twins. What's that?
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
He may try and run for this. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
They'll try the draw, Lindsey. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 28-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Tight down. There you go. What's up? 53 is the mic. Right. Check.
Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And this is going to be incomplete. On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. And this one a 41-yard attempt. And Lambo will put this one through. And that will make it 10-0 here in the 1st. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
On first down, Darnold. He finds an opening past the 40. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. 10-0 to score after 1 on EA Sports.
Check 6-6, pull it high. Check 24, check 24. Red 80, check 25, check 25.
On first down, it's Chandler. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, second down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Darnold from the gun. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? On second down, it's Lindsey. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
To throw, it's Wentz. And he will find his man on the outside. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Here we go. Waiting. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Here we go.
On second down now, it's Lindsey. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets 17.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. Oh, now Lindsey lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They're going with Lindsey. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. They begin the drive with Johnson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Buzz. Mike's 59. Red 80. I'm coming. You go tight. You got it.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Get ready.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it with Johnson, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here, because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Hey, we got to get this stop here.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold, and an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Motion! Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Go. Come on. You better bring it. Mike, check. 59. All day. Check 59.
A 1st down throw, Darnold. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense. 52, Mike 52. Hey, what's the ball? Hey, Charlie. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Rabbit. Check, 52's the Mike. Check.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Under crunch. Check. Red 80.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Second and goal from the 1. To Johnson again. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The Miami defense trying to keep him out. They haven't let him in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal?
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Check, boys. Red 80. Watch out. Red 80.
Now Darnold. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. DJ Chark, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers or counters.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Phillip Lindsay. His second touchdown of the game, his third of the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 23. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. They were looking Jennings' way again, but it'll be second and goal. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. They'll run here with Lindsay. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time, one-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Mike 7. Mike 7. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Back to throw, Darnold. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. 59 Mike, 59 Mike. Check, 59.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out. Johnson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
We're going to set. Young lady. Watch the run. Watch the run. Mike 59. Mike 59.
On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 20-yard line.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Check 49, check 49. Check 99, check 99. Man, 80. 3, alert 3. Motion, motion, pop, pop, pop.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They give to Johnson going right. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Now it's Darnold. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. He's got his man here as Gary Jennings Jr. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Hey, watch the slant.
They'll run. It's Lindsey. They find some open field here. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Phillip Lindsay, 75 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Now Wentz into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And they're going to have very poor field position as he's out of bounds at his 7-yard line. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 36. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Lambeau on for the extra point. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
Makes the score Dolphins 33, Jets 7. Josh Lambeau set to
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Darnold now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold, floating one, incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well-coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Mike, check, 59. I'm going to run you up.
Again, Darnold. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 27. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. If you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Another run by Lindsey, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 280. Check 53's Mike. Hold on. Yeah, I'm coming.
And out across midfield down to the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. This is Jennings. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Guys, it's game situation. Check 24, check 24. Check.
Here's Wentz to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Let's put that team on the bus. Kill. Mike, 53.
Bravo.
53. Mike. Watch the curls.
Working from the gun. Wentz. Flushed out right. That's going to be caught. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence, because even if they had the right cover.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27th. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Mike, we're going to sign. Check 59. I'm here. I'm here all day. Red 80. Check this.
Move.
Mike is 59. Mike's the 59. Oh, yeah.
To throw is Darnold. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 30. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And we now have a new single-game interception king, a record-breaking 5th pick there.
If that's not the true definition of a ball hawk, I don't know what is. That is absolutely phenomenal. What comes to mind quickly, partner, is one of the more recent ones to get to 4 D'Angelo Hall, a terrific player in his own right, but in this case, 5. That sets a brand new NFL record.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Let's go, D, tighten up. Let's go, D, tighten up.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment and shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Got to be feeling confident they're going to get off the schneid. An old coach told me he calls this a relief win. 0-3 would have been bad. You get to 1 and 2, you feel a lot better, don't you?
That is so true, and you feel better about yourself. You think to yourself, okay, we're still in the playoff hunt. We're not out of it at 0-3. But the other part, too, it leads to doubt about your system, leads to doubt about your coaches. They don't have to worry about that now. They can move forward.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Darnold. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. To the right side and complete to Hurst. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. On 1st down, Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Mike 7. Mike 7. Yo, lady. Pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
To the air again, Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Marr now to add the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that